Her name is Jessica, but those who know her call her Jessie. She is awake, but she lies in bed collecting her thoughts. She has a busy day ahead. She opens her eyes, she turns to her left to look at her loving husband, but he is not there. He's already started his day, throwing the blanket aside. Feet on the ground, she is now out of bed and headed for the bathroom. Always one who enjoys her privacy, she closes the bathroom door. The water's running, sounds like she's standing at the sink. Could it be that she's using the new toothpaste her husband bought? Dr. Daler's Miracle Toothpaste? It freshens your breath and whitens your teeth. Well, we'll soon find out. Dr. Daler's Miracle Toothpaste was invented by Dr. Julius Daler as an alternative to the harsh toothpastes that existed in the 1960s. And though few have discovered it, those who have love it. That's it, Jessie. Show 'em your smile. She walks into the kitchen. She quickly scans the contents of the refrigerator.
Now, what do I want to eat for breakfast?
So many choices. She closes the door. She goes to the pantry. Nothing there. She sees a banana in the bowl on the counter. She picks the banana up and examines it. She decides this banana will make a fine breakfast. Carefully, she grasps the top of the banana, her opposable thumb pushing against her index and pointer fingers. With her free hand, she breaks the stem. She slowly pulls against the yellow peel, but not too much. She only wants to expose about a third of its delicious fleshy interior. She quickly grasps another section of the peel and another until there's enough of the interior exposed to take a bite. She has a bite, and then another. She repeats the whole process over again until she's eaten the whole banana. With her hunger satiated, she heads outside to do some gardening. She will add the banana peel to the compost bin. Perhaps her husband will join her. Or maybe not. It seems very hot outside. After a full morning of gardening, she sits under the shade of a tree where it's cooler. Time for a light lunch, and this time her husband has prepared the meal. Watermelon that he got out of the refrigerator, some peanut butter, and some crackers. Yum! She spreads the sumptuous peanut butter on the crackers and takes a bite. Then she takes a bite out of the watermelon. Oh no! It's dribbling down her chin. What a mess!
I'm gonna go watch FBI.
She picks up her plate and walks into the television room. After a few hours of binge watching and a possible nap, she opens the door and says, I'm gonna fix some mushrooms for dinner. She carefully prepares the mushrooms, removing each cap with such skill that a professional chef would be envious. Carefully placing them in a large ceramic bowl and drizzling tamari over them. She toasts what looks to be pine nuts. She puts the filling into a food processor. And then she continues doing this with what you finally chop almost as though it's coarse breadcrumbs. I believe she don't add nutritional yeast, rosemary, thyme, onions, celery, paprika. She then cooks the filling in vegan butter. When the filling has been cooked thoroughly, she places the mushroom caps in a baking pan. Fills each cap. Tops them with the nut mixture, then covers with foil. Puts the pan on the top rack of the oven, that is set to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and then sets the timer for 30 minutes. Then for some reason, she leaves the kitchen for 40 minutes. She holds up the pan and says under her breath, "This looks unfixable." But then, with a little scraping and a little stuffing, she fixes it. Well done, Jessie. They do look delicious. After a delightful meal, it's time for some exercise. She heads off into the wild blue yonder. After she returns, she retires to her room for a little reading. She sits down and starts to read. Chapter 19. At Castle's Gate. He pulled her close and said, "My darling, if we only had more time, I know that our love would grow and grow and continue growing into something that we could..."
Okay, that's it. You're annoying me. You're driving me crazy. I'm going to bed. But first, I need to fix this headache you gave me.
I'm sorry.
My friends told me I shouldn't marry a voiceover guy. But I'm glad I did.
Her husband said, "I'm glad you married me too." Common side effects of aspirin include gastrointestinal ulcerations, abdominal pain, upset stomach, heartburn, drowsiness, headache, cramping, nausea, gastritis and bleeding. Drug interactions include Escalith, Lithobid, Rumatrax, Trexol,
Good night.
Coumadin, antidepressants, and other salicylates. Should not be used during pregnancy and breastfeeding. If you have any of these, please notify your medical professional immediately. And they both went to bed. The end. Carmen Lamar as Jessie, Jake Gaylor narrator, Misha Stiegel editor. A film by Kippy Edge. Thanks to Debbie Edge, Chelsea Edge, David Rains, and Preston Neal. Maybe we'll have a disclaimer here like, all the characters pictured are fictitious. Any resemblance to those persons living or dead is purely accidental.